I just got monetized on YouTube, and I use an old iPhone. I edit my own videos, and a year and 10 months went by before YouTube even paid me a penny, right, or a dime. But most of my videos for almost 2 years got maybe 80, 100, 200, up to 1,000. One went to 3,000 in all that time. And these are long form videos, so 20 to 40, 50-minute long videos. And they take a long time to make, as you know. But then one video hit 12,000 views in a week. And now it's sitting about 18,000. I'll show that to you here. But it brought me 480 subscribers, and I was sitting at about 600 subscribers at the time. So I wasn't anywhere near close to picking up the 1,000 subscriber count or getting the 4,000 watch hours and all of that. The issue really is that it wasn't my best video. I'm doing this with an iPhone. I'm not using a mic right now. That's how I did most of my early videos. Even when I did start using a mic, I found really the iPhone mic is just as good, really. So the video, it doesn't come down to luck. It doesn't come down to chance. It doesn't come down to what gear you have and all those things. There's nothing wrong with having good gear and good all those things to make your YouTube channel flourish, just like any business to flourish. It isn't really those things that make your channel flourish. But it wasn't the content per se that, boom, one video was so much better than the others, because it wasn't. It really wasn't my best video by far, the one that went so much better. But I think it was a combination of factors. I'll get into that in a second. But it definitely wasn't luck either. I think all of you that are looking to start a business on YouTube or use YouTube as part of your business for getting customers, the things they don't talk about is this imagination we have that, yeah, I'm going to put my video out there and YouTube's just going to show it to 100,000 people or 10,000 people, and I'm going to get all kinds of new customers and all that kind of thing. And I know that there's gurus or there's people on YouTube that do presentations on how to do YouTube and that kind of thing, and a lot of them can tend to lead you on. Not all, there's some excellent ones. Really, there's some that I watch that are fantastic, so don't get me wrong. But there's a lot also that promise, everything. They promise in 30 days you're going to have your 1,000 subscribers or 4,000 watch hours in 2 videos. And a dose of reality is a good thing, right? And so that's what part of this video is, to give you that dose of reality. I'm not saying mine is longer than yours. I know there's others out there that have been doing videos for 4, 5, 6 years and still they're not monetized. And there's also people that do get monetized in a month or 2 or 3, that kind of thing. It does happen once in a while, but it is not the norm. It is not the norm. The actual figures are about 2.6% of all YouTube accounts of creators are monetized, 2.6%. So that's that's less than 5%, half of 5%. So if you can get this one truth, YouTube did not discover me, okay? I've been there from the beginning. It knows I'm there. The algorithm, or what you call it knows I'm there. And I put out videos. I'm fairly consistent, 2 or 3 a month, so it knew I was there. But it started to trust me. It started to trust me. And that's one of the things I want to help you with in this video. Trust. It takes time to build up trust. And to think YouTube and its algorithm are going to trust you in 1 video or 2 videos isn't, in my opinion, realistic. It takes time to build up that trust in any facet of your life. It takes trust. Think of banks, think of customers at restaurants, think of wherever you think about. Trust is built up over time. It takes time to get that trust. You go to a restaurant for the first time, or a food truck, and you order something, you go, it wasn't too bad. But do they have your full trust? No, you go back and you try it again, or you try something else on the menu, or you hear what other people say about it, or what have you. But over time, you start to get some confidence that when you go back to that food truck, you're not going to get poisoned. You're going to get something you like every time, or that restaurant, or any business. It's the same thing, trust. And YouTube has to trust you or me just as well. So for a year and 10 months, or 11, YouTube was learning whether it could trust me. It was testing me. It was watching me. It was watching my program. It's not like a person, right? It's an algorithm. But it has a handle on how long people watch your videos, how many click on your videos, how happy they were. Are there a lot of negative comments? Are there a lot of positive comments, or no comments? Are there thumbs up or thumbs down. There's a lot of things that it's watching. And I know if you've listened to those metrics on other YouTube trainers, then that's great. All those things are great. The key thing I want to bring out that a lot of places don't bring out is that it takes time. It's like any business, it takes time to build, and YouTube is a business. You are building a business. I want to make an example of an artist. Think of any artist, Rembrandt or Picasso or any famous painter. And they paint one painting, and then a whole bunch of people came and said, look, I'll pay you $1 million or $100,000 for that painting, or whatever it was in their time of their life. No, they probably painted 10, 20, 30, 50 paintings before one caught on with some person that had money, or caught on and society started to like what they were doing, and then boom, all of a sudden their painting's worth a lot and they become famous for their paintings. Well, YouTube isn't a lot different, because what happens is the same thing, more or less. When one video does well, really well, then some of those people that watch that video go back and look at some of your older work, just like they would with an artist. And some of that older work that you did over the year and a half, almost 2 years for me, it starts to get looks too. So if you see people selling, in 30 days you're going to be monetized, or just click this button, or just touch this, or just handle this title or this thumbnail and you'll get recognized. Sure, listen to everybody, but be realistic. It takes time. It takes time. Some of my best thumbnails and best titles didn't get more than 300 or 400 views. And the one that I got 12,000 views, was it a better thumbnail title than the others? I don't think so, really. And now I've had a video that's up to 40,000 views, and that was surprising. And was that one better? No. Maybe it hit a scene with people who were interested in that direction. But remember that this is a long-term business if you're interested in YouTube. So when people are telling you 1 or 2 or 3 months, I'm sorry, but pretty much you can guarantee that's a lie or deception. Not saying that 1 in 100,000 people that happens. It's like going into the major leagues in sports. Some person can come in from, let's say, Santa Dominica. They have a great arm or a great at bat, and they get pulled right up really quickly. I mean, that can happen once in a blue moon. But most people go through the minors. They work their way up in anything, and it's the same with this. You have to be prepared. And I think the danger I see is that when people say, yeah, it's going to be, 30 days or 60 days and you're going to be making, 2,000 or 5,000 a month. And you go, okay, yeah, if it was that easy, then how can only 2.6% of YouTubers are monetized? And most of them are not making serious money like that. So remember, most people are trying to sell you something. They're selling you a course. They want to market to you, and that's nothing wrong with that. But always realize wherever someone's coming from, that they have something that either they're helping to sell, or something they're moving, or a package they're promoting, or an idea they're promoting. And even me right now, I'm giving you my opinion. It is just my opinion. It's my experience, and to share it with you. But I want to share some reality, because if you don't handle the reality, your expectations will destroy you really as a potential YouTuber or starting your own business. If you put up your lemonade stand and you sell 1 lemonade in the first day, that doesn't mean 2 years from now you'll still be selling 1 lemonade. And if you are, then you got to rethink your business. But if you think you're going to go from 1 lemonade the first day to 100 the next day to 1,000 the day after, and then your own restaurant or franchise in 6 months, then you have to rethink that. You have to look at it. It takes time. And if you think it's going to be 2 or 3 months, then you're going to start getting worried. What am I doing wrong? And am I in the wrong niche? Or am I doing this wrong? Or what have you? I want to give you this one little caveat to think about too. Have someone who you know, but maybe not a friend, not a close friend, but have 1 or 2 people that are well enough to talk to. Have them watch your video. Not subscribe to your video. Just have them watch your video, one of your videos, and tell them what they honestly think. When you go to these American Idol shows and those kind of things, what are the questions that they often ask? Have you actually had anybody listen to you sing? And I think it's the same thing. Has anyone actually watched your YouTube video to see what they think and to give you some feedback and see if they would actually watch that? Or have they looked at your thumbnail and title and said that they would click on that? because those are good things to learn and it's free. A friend can tell you that very quickly. I mentioned baseball, just quickly. How many people go from the minor playing in the high school leagues or junior high, then into high school, then into college, then into the minor leagues, and then into the major leagues, and actually get to play more than one game and get to be a year-round player on a team? Well, it's less than 1%, much less, maybe 1% of 1%. And they spend a lot of money, their families spend a lot of, people spend a lot of money to do that and to get that happening. Or if you take a restaurant, out of the restaurants that sell, almost 20% of them close in the first year, and they're putting a lot of money into that restaurant, much more than you're putting into your YouTube channel. One of the beauties of YouTube for business, whether you have 1,000 subscribers or not, or whether you're looking for AdSense revenue, or maybe you're just looking to sell online whatever it is you have, a book or an idea or whatever you're trying to do. But the point is, it takes some time and you don't have to dedicate anything. It's like I said, I'm doing this video with a iPhone. I'm doing it with no mic other than the iPhone mic, a computer, and that's it. You don't need to spend a lot of money to see if your business idea on YouTube will go. What you do have to spend is time and effort. Absolutely, time and effort. So to become a great restaurateur or a great baseball player or a great actor or whatever someone has an interest in, doesn't happen overnight, and generally it costs a lot of money. It generally is that the people that have money, their kids have the money to go to the right schools or the right acting schools or the right musician school, whatever it is, they have the money behind them. And then yes, success can come from that. But the beauty of YouTube is anyone can get on here, anyone. And if you are wise and you're patient and you put together a good video that others would actually like to listen to and it would actually help them, then you can do very well on this platform. I'll let you know that in my first month, that I was not even a full month that I was monetized, I made like $300, which of course isn't a huge amount of money. But then the next month, it's 800. And so you go, okay, well, that's not bad. I was actually doing my channel. My channel's more of a religion, truth, kind of fleeing Babylon kind of thing. And I was doing it because I loved it. So I started my other channel that I do, that just got monetized, where I think we're almost at about 3,800 subscribers, only a month and a half after getting my first 1,000 subscribers. So that's fantastic. I'm happy with that. But YouTube has found its niche. YouTube tends to trust me now on my videos, so I get good, instead of getting 100 or 200 views for all that time, now I'm getting 1,000 minimum, probably 2,000 or 3,000 views for every video that I put up. And then some go to 6 and 7, some sort of stall out there. Whereas they used to stall out at 50 or 100 or 200 or 300, now they go a lot longer and they go further. But like that video I just said that I did 40,000 views, I'm over 40,000 now. That video is almost a month old. It's just continually getting 250 to 500 views every day and working very well, which is great. I wish every video was like that, but it's not, and it's not ever going to be that way. So we just keep doing what we're doing. But the cool thing I wanted to bring out in this video to help you and to understand the whole artist thing I was talking about, think about when, let's say a Rembrandt, let's say one of his first drawings is found in some attic somewhere, and it's proven to be a Rembrandt, right? That drawing might have been worth almost nothing to the person that had it, 300 years ago or whatever. But now, boom, it's worth $1 million, $2 million, $5 million because it has that person's name. The same thing will happen with your channel if you do good quality videos right from the start. I don't mean they have to be, fancy dancy or tons of graphics, all that kind of thing, but just do good videos, because I've got videos now that literally, I'll show you a couple, but they were literally sitting at 300, 400, 500 views after a year. And as soon as I had this one breakout video and then all the others, and now I'm getting these subscribers, they're going back and watching these videos from a year and a half ago. And I'm getting, one of them's up to 2,900 views, whereas it was sitting there for a year at nothing, at flatlined. And then all of a sudden, and I'll show you, you can see on the line here, you can see how it changed. And to me, that's just absolutely fascinating, right? So now almost half my views per day are coming from my older videos, and half are coming from my newer ones. And that's great. So as you continue to add to your catalog, even if you're not monetized yet, when you do get to that point, those videos will still perform for you. And you can see how the graph just goes flat line, boom, flat line, boom. Well, that little spike up, that's exactly when basically YouTube decided my channel was worth them investing, putting it in front of more people. And I have no idea why that one video did so well. And to be frank, I hadn't even posted a video for almost a month and a half to 2 months before that video, just because I had a whole bunch of things going on that I had to take care of. So I posted this video and boom, it caught on, and now the channel is doing very well. But I tell you that so you don't give up. Because if you believe the gurus out there that, hey, just do my course and just do this and just do that and push this button and all's going to be well, well, it's not that easy. It isn't that easy to get to 4,000 watch hours in a year. It's not that easy to get to 1,000 subscribers, depending on, of course, your niche. If the thing you're interested in is really hot with the teenagers or something, then of course you might get to 1,000 in 3, 4, 5 months. And if your thing is more, more fine-tuned or more for a very select audience, you may take 2 or 3, 4, 5 years to get to 1,000 subscribers. And then getting the watch hours is a whole other thing. But don't give up. Don't give up because you're told something false. Because nothing, as I said, nothing I posted was wasted. I'm now getting paid on videos that were a year old, year and a half old, because they're getting watched now while I'm monetized. So all those old videos are still worth something to me. They're still part of the group. And every day I have comments on those videos where people are asking this or asking that. So don't give up. When I was in my early 20s, I was in South America and bought 50 sweaters. I saw these hand-knit sweaters and I'm going, wow, I could sell those in Canada. And I bought them and brought them home and sold them and went back and got some more and got some more, right? I had no business plan, no real amount of money. They were cheap sweaters. I didn't have to do a market study. I didn't have to do anything. And YouTube is basically like that completely. You don't even have to put any money into it. Like I said, almost everybody has a phone, and you can get free, but I'm paying about $10 a month for an editing package. But basically, it's almost nothing, and you can make content, and you can get monetized if that's your interest, or you can sell it whatever you're selling to clients. Even if you have 100 or 200 or 500 people that are following you on YouTube, and they're interested in what you're selling on Amazon, or you're selling a course, or you're helping businesses in the real estate industry, or whatever you're doing, you don't have to be monetized to make money on the YouTube platform, but you do have to be seen. That's the key thing. You want to be seen, at least by the people you're aiming to be seen by. So if you can get out of this video that if you've been doing YouTube for a month, or you're just starting, or it's 2 months, or 6 months, or it's 3 years, don't give up. You don't need to give up. Yes, you need to refine your product. You have to decide. It's like me with my sweaters. Out of, let's say, the 50 I brought up north, 5 didn't sell because they had maybe a hole in them, or they were the wrong color, or they were too small. It doesn't really matter the reason. You go back, and the next time you go, you do it a little bit better. It's the same with these videos. Every time you learn a little bit better, you learn how to use the thumbnails a little better. And in my next videos, I'm going to show you some really simple, cheap, almost they cost nothing, ways to get really good titles, to get thumbnails. There's excellent things out there that cost almost nothing. And so you get a chance to do a business that can make you $500, $600, $700 a month extra, if that's what your desire is. It can even make you 2 or 3 or 5. I mean, if I'm sitting now making, let's say, $700 a month or $800 a month, if my channel keeps growing, it might be in a year that it's 1,000 or 2,000 or 4,000, or who knows. It doesn't really matter. The point is, you have to love what you're doing, and you have to stick with it. All businesses take sticking with them and revising where you see there's an issue. Of course, if you're doing the same video and nothing changes and you get 30 views, 30 views, 30 views, 30 views, well, then you've got to look at something that you're doing, of course. But just because I had one video that went to 3,000 views, I'm going like, oh, great. That was only like a few months into my YouTube journey. And then from there on, it was like, that didn't happen again. I got another one to 1,000, but then they were down in the 300 to 500 range and 200 sometimes. And you go, okay, that's fine. I'm making them for a select group, and that's great. But understand, patience is key. Rome wasn't built in a day, and your YouTube business isn't built in a day. It takes some time. Time to learn how to use your camera, time to learn everything there is about YouTube. So watch all you can, and I really hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you got something from it. Just keep up, keep going, keep going. Most people, if they keep going, make it. That's the truth. As long as you're adjusting what you're doing, most people do make it. They may not be the top person on YouTube, but they make it at what they're aiming at doing if they are consistent, but not just consistent posting, but loving what you're doing, loving the journey, learning and growing and taking it, being open to other ideas that come along, using AI now that it's coming out and starting to learn how to do that too. It's all to your benefit. Then I'll try to share something with you every week that is worthwhile to you, to help you on your journey here in YouTube, the basic things that a lot of people don't talk about. Please, if you like this, please do subscribe. I do appreciate that. And it is a new channel like everything else. And I loved having you here if you did watch this to the end. Thanks for your time and take care. Have a good day. Bye-bye.